From the Oklahoma newsroom, this is Thunder Thursday. I'm Jenny Carlson here with our Thunder coverage team. All of our Thunder coverage, playoff coverage, is brought to you by J. Marshall Square, OKC's only big house apartment community. Let me introduce the panel.
We got
Eric
a sponsor.
Horn.
We got a sponsor. I like it.
It's
Sponsor
playoff time.
is good.
Big time. Eric Horn, Thunder
Yes.
beat writer. Barry Trammell, columnist, and Anthony Slater, AC.
Whatever I do.
Thunder beat writer. We are here to talk about, of course, the playoffs.
Playoffs? Kidding me?
You kind of got a little Jim Mora look to you, and like, you know, especially with the sound too.
Oh,
I
really?
feel like your voice is like
Well, that's one
Jim
of the nicer
Mora.
things you've said to me, which is more more of an indictment of what you said to me over the years.
One of the greatest sound bites of all time in sports.
I
history.
feel
You
like-
dish it too.
I feel like now we should use it every playoff edition of Thunder Thursday.
As long
much
as
we
he can be the one.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course.
I'll vine it and get it up.
All right, guys. Hey, we got to talk about this first round series. We found out late last night it would be the Dallas Mavericks in the first round for the Thunder. It took the last of 82 games and really the last of the games that were played in that 82-game schedule to get it all figured out, with 5, 6, 7 coming down to the last moments there, guys. Initial thoughts, Anthony, about a matchup with the Mavericks?
Well, I mean, to me, the initial thoughts, like, it just speaks to how much weaker the bottom half of the West playoff bracket is than. Remember 2 years ago when they were the 2 seed, they were not the 3, and they got Memphis in the first round. It ends up going 7. You knew it was going to be a tough series. Memphis had 50 wins. They had Marc Gasol coming back. Everyone going in that series. You didn't know if the Thunder were going to win it. This time around, your options last night were, Dallas, who, the Thunder swept them this season. I really believe. We'll talk more about that matchup particularly, but I mean, I think it's going to be probably a 5-gamer. Memphis, who has nobody, Chris Birdman Anderson starting at center, Jordan Farmar at point guard. And then, the toughest one was Portland, a team we thought was going to be, one of the worst in the league this year, just because they have Damian Lillard and some frisky guards. Mm-hmm. That was the toughest potential matchup between, 5, 6, 7. This playoff so much to me is about 1, 2, 3, 4 in the West, not the West.
Well, look at last year. We're sitting not having anything to write about this time. Last year, Thunder goes 45-37, doesn't even make the playoffs. This year, Portland goes 45-37. They're the 5 seed.
Yeah. And incredible season from the Blazers. And yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's a complete flip. Well, you had a chance, Eric, to talk to some guys today after practice about sort of the playoff history of these two teams, which it's not extensive, but it's fairly significant because they've met each other sort of on their way to greatness in both instances, really.
Yeah, it seems like ages ago, but the last time these two teams met up was 2012 when they went to the finals, and the Thunder got a sweep over them 4-0. So, I mean, that's a kind of a cool thing that the last time they met up, but I mean, who's the only person left on that team from there? I mean, it might just be Dirk. And then even the year after, that team was deconstructed, the Mavericks. So it's a completely different scenario now, but it's going to be one where it might be another sweep.
Yeah.
You've forgotten the great J.J. Barea. I mean,
He'll be booed.
He's an instigator.
He's gone. He left, but he's come back.
He was a Western Conference Player of the Week a couple weeks ago, maybe last week.
I mean, he's part of the reason they've actually had a late season resurgence.
Yeah, he's been excellent.
But, I mean, the funny thing is, now that Thunder will play the Mavericks, they'll have had 3 series, I believe, in 6 years, which is the same amount they've had with the Grizzlies, 3 in 6 years. But there's such a different.
Different.
Because first of all, if you add up the games, the Grizzlies series is way more because they're all 7, and just the contention, just everything. The Mavericks series, you guys are talking about what, 2 5-gamers, or one was a sweep, so 9 games, 9 games in 2 series. Like we said, I mean, we could be talking a week from now, and this could be interesting at 1-1, 2-2 or something, but we don't really think this is going to be like a Thunder Grizzlies, bloodbath.
Yeah. Is this a warm-up series in essence, Barry, in your mind?
Yeah, largely. I mean, it's the case where, the Mavs really can't match up with the Thunder. Chandler Parsons is out. Darren Williams is back, but he's hurt. Rick Carlisle's done a great job. If you did a Coach of the Year for the last 2 weeks, it's Rick Carlisle. He's patched the team together. He's changed their structure.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not even running up and down the court. They've gone slow ball. They're playing like Utah. Trying to keep the defense aligned, and that's what they'll have to do with the Thunder. But I don't know. They don't have anybody that can match up with Westbrook. They don't have anybody that can match up with Durant. The Thunder's got guys that can match up with their scorers. It's just a terrible matchup for Dallas.
You would have said that about almost any team they would have drawn in the first round, though. I mean, Houston went and blew their opportunity. That would have probably been the most intriguing first-round series or opponent for the Thunder, and they couldn't even get into that because they were locked into the 8 seed. on the last day.
Well, she mentioned warm-up series. I think the West is a warm-up series for the first round for the Warriors,
seeds.
Spurs, Thunder. And, you know, the Clippers, Blazers, to me, that's probably a 5-game or 2, but that's like the friskiest of them all.
Yeah, most intriguing for
I
sure.
think that's the second time I've used the word frisky. Third now.
It is the playoffs. You got to up your game here.
Yeah.
Is this? I mean, I said warm up, but guys, it seems important to me that the Thunder really uses this as an opportunity because we know what looms. I mean, this is gonna. If the Thunder is going to achieve their ultimate goal, it's a gauntlet, and they need to get themselves ready. What do you guys want to see in these early games, even, to really sort of propel this team forward?
Desperation. I think this team needs to know that, as I think you're going to write about for Saturday, like this could potentially be its last run. They don't have the title. Like, I just want to see them play. It doesn't have to be like the crispest basketball. It doesn't, you know, they might have some late game problems. They're definitely going to have some turnover problems. Although the Dallas doesn't force a lot, which is another part of this matchup. But I just want to see them like desperate to win, you know, just energy from start to finish. I think that is what's going to make this team super dangerous against the Spurs, against the Warriors. It's just that knowledge that this could be it.
Yeah.
And just they can't allow it to go away without a ring.
That focus late that we didn't see throughout the season.
Yeah.
Dallas really can't test the Thunder on what they really need tested on, which is transition defense.
Yeah.
Dallas is going to walk it up
and
you
be
know,
careful with the ball because
and
Dirk's
the turnovers.
Dirk's
that's
not
right.
picking guys and clean.
No, so it's not even if the Thunder
probably
wins,
would have been-
the Rockets would have been a test
Yes.
because the Rockets will get up and run, and if you don't get back on defense, they'll make you pay.
Right.
And the Rockets like to try to steal and disrupt your offense, and but that's not going to happen here. So even if the Thunder dominates and moves on, it's no great sign that they're fixing their problem.
It's true. What is interesting, though, is I feel like the Rockets would have been a good test for a Warrior series, where the Mavs, in some ways, might be a mini decent test for a Spurs series, because the Spurs aren't going to get up and down.
They play like the Spurs.
They're like a way better Mavericks.
Just not, way better.
I'm not arguing that.
Well, and it's not necessarily a style thing in my mind, Eric, but I think what Anthony said sort of fits the bill in my mind. You want to see this team sort of flipping that switch that we thought they were going to flip after the All-Star break, never quite did on a consistent basis. Maybe we see it now in the playoffs, even if the style isn't a warm-up for series against the Spurs, the Warriors, on down the road.
You would hope so, but and that's what also troubled me about them getting the Mavericks, the Grizzlies, or the Blazers. Is selfishly, I wanted that Rockets series because I thought it would have kind of lit a fire under their butts in a sense. I mean, this is a team, the Rockets team, they have history with. You got the Patrick Beverly stuff.
They've had trouble this year with them, 2-2.
Yeah, they've lost to the Rockets twice on the road. And this Dallas team, even in the games where Dallas made runs this year, the Thunder just seemed like they were comfortable just being like, okay, we can come back on this team. And they did every time. And it would have been a different kind of beginning to the playoffs. Okay, we got to lock in now because this team's going to come down and bang threes on us real quick. And you would have had to deal with James Harden coming downhill at you. So I think it would have been a nicer thing for them to have the Rockets to start.
Warm-up wise, yes, but I'm not sure they wanted to deal with the Harden storyline and the pressure that
of course
the Rockets go up 2-1 and like you imagine the national media just like James Harden will end the Kevin Durant era. Like that would just be it would just be
the stories would have been awesome.
Oh man, talk about the zombie James Harden trade. We'd have been talking about that one again.